This day 1402 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Although it should be disclosed for Am Yisrael and Seitz Torah. Today we're doing your day of simulation of Ches, Seif Lamed Dalid, through evidently the end of the simon, which would be Lamed Vav. Let's check on that. No. Dalid through. Strange. It says here Lamed Vav, but that must be a typo. Through Lamed Tes. Okay. Somebody who hits his friend or insults him in a manner which requires him to pay a fine, according to the enactment of the city. And the knas will be given according to that enactment. He says in front of the Gabbai, in front of the city council, in front of the city, any you don't want this to be a fine to go to tzedakah. And then the person whom he hit or he insulted was appeased and forgave him. As the mechir doesn't work to negate the tzedakah pledge. The Zochanim Knas. Nanim acquired the Knas. Once he made it same for the Gabbai, Zochanim. Nanim acquired it. The Gabbai who kiyodem. The Gabbai is like their hand. Therefore, and he no longer has capacity. He doesn't have capacity to forgive it. The person who was the victim. He says writes it down. Which was the Russian source from the Rosh. They about Kama's evidence of the story of Kama. The Maisa said with a story like this about Kataf Lamavav. He went to renege Amar Yosef Honor Yadanim Aran. They said with the hand of the Ani, and therefore we already acquired it on behalf of the Ani. And you have to say that we have to say, like Yosef says there, that it's not kind of a nether, but because the everybody's present at the I guess even if the person who's the victim is not present, since it wasn't given to him, so now the Gabbai is both the person to whom it's going to be owed and the represented by him. So it's, even though there are only two people there, it's like three people there. Or maybe that's the way it's working. Because no. He's working. Okay. That's the question. He says, well, if that's the case, the Makar should have to be there. Okay, but Shishit says, or he said that Shishit says, Sham, the Kishkvar Ba, Dino Liad Bravesa actually took the money. I ain't Sham. Gamzem Mashal Hedia, Shimkan Lumas Odana Knas Gabai. Came a Mezoh Gabai, but here it doesn't sound like we're talking about the case where already gave the Gabai, so the Gabai acquired. We shouldn't be because it's stuck at the Havikin eye, so maybe it's because it was in nether. You can't talk about the Gabai, but then it shouldn't make a difference if the Gabai is there or not. Right? But so he says, so it's not going to come nether. And we can't mind it's stuck unless he's not going to give it to Stalker. Was obviously called Ches, like we wrote previously. And because we show my Taisvis, I ain't Sham. The Taisvis wrote so Kamar Sham, the Gam Kain, Mitam, Mamachlesh, which costs a Shamar, Mublin and Sham. Can Lamala be Ruza Bakan? So why did they say that they're all three to be present? Can't say about Oshakani or Gake Mamachleshtan. As the there was Mamachleshtan here, Velo Khashal Vars, and not concerned to explain that. But still can't tell me that kind of say, right? So come on, Make. Since it is like what I said before, it's since the Takar of the city. It's not the Makkah is not real. The person who received the insult or the violence doesn't. He's not really the person to whom it's due. It's due to the city. So therefore, the Gabbai represents the city. So he's here. He represents the city and the him. So it's as if it's a Mamad Shlesh, even only two people are present. But it's all about Makkah. Everybody is in their place. So the entire city is in lieu of the Makkah, and the person who was hit, the Mukeh, and the Gabbai takes the place. Turkey, not clear. Lamade. Kasser may not be says, be says, if you out. Each Rishosh Kibble Aleim Cherem, Lisra Garesh, man would accept myself a Cherem to get divorced. Need a class of Kachel Tzaka, and they stipulated fines if they don't follow through. Kindly specialist Garesh, and then they made up and not going to get divorced. The Yeshishma, those say Shepturim classes, they're exempt from the class. Well, the Mushar, very kids was that. That's true, but anything similar, I call it Shono. Zamichuma said Dashet. Baby Sham Od Maaseh Reuven and Shimon. There's another story of Shimon Shekibul Aleim Halchif Nichseim. They accept themselves to swap their property. If they don't do it, they have to give so-and-so and tzedakah. And then they decide not to make the swap. They are exempt from the knossos. The time, the reason is given, there is some knossos that they shouldn't impede each other. It's here, neither is impeding, and the other one, the other person, because nobody's demanding. What complaint? What claim does the call have upon them? Things were fulfilled. They were fulfilled. Why not going through with it? Umevia Raya, Miber Chesed Dorim, Kanim Shat brings Raya from the 8th Megdorim, Tav Sama Gimel, Kanim Shatan and Eli, Im Iatonesim Nikur Chitim. The person says, you may not derive any benefit from me unless you give to my son a core of grain. You can be matters netter, even without a chacham. The Lumai say, I ready to come out, it's as if I received it. It's as if we fulfilled the obligation. Now, Knas Udavkim Echad over Kenega Rotzah Shein. The Knas specifically, if one violates the second person's will, they're both equal in their will, they're the same. And Knas, no Knas. Is that in brackets? Which says the language is Tabua. Doesn't say what it is, but it says the Shach also says Tabua. Anyway, Begam Takonis calling kindness. No Takonis Akol. This is individuals involved. So therefore, let's say change their mind. It no longer applies. Obviously, that was their das when they did it. Chatchila, that only cannot be in effect only if they don't come to a mutual agreement. If it's stuck, it would only be effective if their agreement is not mutual. So he promises to give his friend a gift, have it for him, just words. If you promise you're going to give you an onion gift, have a good night, songs on cake and have it stuck up. But we can't renege. I feel even though it's the language of a gift. You also gift with the stipulation that it be returned. In the norm, it's a gift. And therefore, technically speaking, a person who pledged to give his friend a gift is Yotze. If he gives a gift, stipulation be returned. Much closer to it's not true by Nani. Without an oath, he can't give on the condition the stipulation be returned. His primary intent was to tzedakah. What good is going to do if it's returned? Won't be tzedakah anymore. Yamin Zayin. Kasser b'sei b'ali Shulchan Aruch. The other Shulchan Aruch, right? Let's see if we can give him. Homer Chayvet said plenty on the other side. So a person is going to give a certain object. It's tzedakah. And it's worth. He states it's worth XYZ. Vushava Yosef. And but it's worth more. Any achal too bad. He's promised the object to tzedakah, even though that it's worth more. You can't renege on the deal. Because any statement which has a profit for tzedakah, meaning bay, unless it works, he would say when you verbalize it to give it to kavah, it's as if you gave it already to a head yot. But if it wasn't worth more at that time, and later on it went up in value, then he can renege. Came with Shalom Mashach when the sign of Kesed. He didn't do Shicha, and he didn't give the money. Hakal Shano. How that comes into effect here, Mashiach and give me money. But bear at for him. What it means to say is now Kedushin, Shus Kabak Bekesef. The jurisdiction of heaven, for things which are given to Beis HaMikdash and such like, begins with Mashiach. Bekesef. It's on payment of money, not by Mashiach. No, it's not like the Rabbanan that Kinyan are not effective with Kesef, only with Mashiach. By the heck, there's just no such stipulation. That's not a Kesef, it come low. It says in Pasuk, you get the money, it's yours. and Amir verbally stating something towards the heaven is like giving it to a common person. Question: Can the Amir Ba'amakana hekdesh came out to King Kesef? The obvious question then is that if you only Amir Ba'am was enough, just a statement. Why need money? So I'm going to have to say that Amir Kegavoa l'kimsil hedion lo shayam bako shemchaven levatel hekdesh. I have to say that which verbally committing to Gavoa is like actually giving to hedion is only relevant in a place where you have in mind to be Michael to hekdesh, to volunteer something. Come on, matana, such as a gift of Mechir Plus Shalia or a sale for less than its actual value. Mechir b'shibu mekach. If you're selling for the actual value. Lo shayach Amir l'kimsira. Amir l'kimsira is not relevant because now you want to make a transaction. So you can't like any other transaction. Some places. So Zayis Bardi Rabbi says this explains these says. Bracket says here in the first sentence the place distinguished Ben Davish Shumasi something where the price is known, Ben Davish Shumasi places something price is not as known, and Sham Achabi says Tavas Tevas Shaylikha. They'll say it takes the second answer as being more authoritative. That Tevas Kasu Mak Tevas Shay only wrote the second answer. Now Makas. Yesh Lavin. Left and said the mining on Hektish Litztava. What's the comparison? Let's say there's Stucca. Kranny's born Stucca, you know, Kagan. I learned that Stucca is like a commoner, not like a Hektish. Session was to look at the seal head, you're any other Hektish commoner. That would say that making a verbal statement, because if Vikavoa is like giving to head, it's only by actual Hektish. Well, but Stucca, stop, but Stucca, much goes on. See if you Ches, they'll ask for a post, most posts go that way. Okay, Master Shamru have called the Amir Shishbo, Rabbi Litztaka, meaning Ben Roskava. So what do you mean anytime they make a statement which has a profit Tztaka? We say it's as if it's given over. Nearly the Haki Perusha. So it's a trying to think this abstraction. Didactic. When we infer, why when a person wants to give a special deal to Hektish, we say his statement is enough. He doesn't have in mind to give a special deal. We don't say it. He said previous times that requires a reason. But the concept is like this: the by a sale, this concept also is not relevant. Because he wants to sell, doesn't want to give. That's one of the acquisitions to the Beis Hamikdash and other hektish are bekesef. And describing the batel hektish, when he has in mind to be moichel to hektish something, I mean, maybe say I'm also tam neder shows about the hektish, because that's a neder. The fact that he's being mavad to the hektish, it's commitment. He can't a neder garment, though it's not an absolute neder. We also not like a neder, but by neder, when you said it, it becomes like a neder. In bracket says here that he learned this in place of Babasa Kuflam Kilm based on the below. The can't even time neder, since it's not counted as being neder, okay, count can be stuck, and also by tzedakah. Zesh Chasu Lishna, that was dealing with the language. Let's go of his Amir Lukavo, etc. Lishna it's just a language, terminology. So in the feed, the Tesis Gam, the Mishnah Losh and Kain Kavan Neder. Because going to the Tesis, that's also language. The Mishnah also means a Neder. Of course, see you like you wrote previously. I should. Ramates, Chasar Ben Ramah. Ramah writes. Chasar is the David Staka. If you think in your heart, you say Staka Chai, L'Kan Machshavta. I fulfill your thought. Ben Tzar Chamir, you don't have to say anything. Adim Amar, the only difference is that you say it, Koven knows L'Kan, we compel you to fulfill it. In brackets, he says, Lo Amir, Lo No Damano. Not that way you don't say you don't have to do it, but we just don't know to compel you. Yes, some say some say if you don't express it verbally and a clue. It's not a because so Rishona, the primary looks like the first statement, the first approach. The time they Rishona, the reason for the first approach, nearly, I think it says Arukh HaShulchan, they come out to see calling the div lev olos, anybody who volunteers with his heart olos. Positive yon based on test. So Deva is Lechas HaMishkan, see calling the div lev. But also by Lechas HaMishkan, it says in Parashat Yaakov, Lamed Hey Chafez, that anyone generous of heart. Zedash Yeshua, this they expounded Shulchan Mischayim B'Gmar Libo Bilbat. You become obligated when you decide it's in your heart, and that's enough. When Hashem says that we don't extrapolate from it. Because the two psukim teach us, and we can't derive anytime two psukim teach us that it's true in the third case. Chaim Musaber's there. That's the second beholds the tzedakah levium, and I don't learn tzedakah. Hektish. That's the first opinion holds. So as to Mishumas Mlechas Mishkan Hayed Tzedakah. When they gave to the building Mishkan, that was tzedakah. I'm tzedakah. Okay, so it's by tzedakah. This would be the halacha. Akama there we should be even calling the first opinion. Lo mikri gomer liba machshava ba'alma. It's not called you decided just by a thought. Okay, gomer liba mamash unless you made a decision in your heart. Bechleit with determination. Kach lekach etin. So I'm going to give so and so much to tzedakah. Because nevertheless came down with fake dina since it's a doubt. Lo makina mamayin seiko. We don't compel people to pay up. Elisha Nuri Yeshul only the person who made a nether in his heart should be concerned with this. If he wants to neg, he shouldn't be matter nether. If you that's what Rabbeinu Ramah ain't only tzedakah, it's only by tzedakah we say this. The law b'shar there are mitzvahs, not by other mitzvahs. It's like a titus, etc. Everybody can see to those cases. You actually have to verbalize it. So he wrote Hatan Pashut. The reason is simple. In brackets he says, "Gam yesham yeshmayim mikayim." The doiver answer of even called yesham and Ramah doesn't see the basket. It's appropriate to fulfill that Yiresh Shamayim will sustain. Yiresh Shamayim would be appropriately be dover emes v'vavo speak when his heart decides something to keep that truth.